go too long. I promise to hustle through, but we do have a lot to talk about today. I understand it's a Friday afternoon, but a lot to talk about, a lot of people to thank, a lot of people to mention. And with that being said, let's go with this. So first, thank God for giving me this amazing path that led us here today. There's no way I or any other person can envision this journey. God's fingerprints were truly on each step of the way. How about a round of applause for the special team of folks that work behind the scenes to make this event a reality, led by Technical Sergeant Behay, sir. My family, I truly appreciate all your efforts. We'll be here forever and ever. That's such a big ass throwing these together. For sure. Team Master B's on. Sergeant Wilson, Sergeant Boudreaux, Sergeant Square, Sergeant Mills, and so many others. Thank you for being a part of this special day for us. Chaplain West, I know we had to take off to a separate event, but the chaplain, thank you for attending and delivering a wonderful invocation. And Captain Arm, sir, I can't thank you enough for being here with me today. Zero hesitation when asked who I wanted to preside over the ceremony, so thank you. I thank you for all the kind words. I would just like to know which one of my family members actually paid him to say that. Well, thank you for your leadership, guidance, professionalism, friendship, and someone who's truly been on my side during this transition process. Thanks, Captain. I owe you a lot over the last year or so. Just a true mentor and just one of the leaders that really want to strive to be a better man and a better parent. For sure. So, I know you have some retirement plans maybe in the horizon, like 2028. Is that what you're looking at? 2021. Okay, 2021. But I look forward to that day, sir. So thank you. To the A6 leadership team, Cody, Chief Slump, sir. I really thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here. I really do appreciate it. As a proud alum of First Sound for Special Operations Wing and the 27th Special Operations Wing, it was a great opportunity to finish my career at AFSOC A6, working with the staff, and assume a leadership role in this great organization. So thank you. I was entrusted with not only supporting the cyberspace mission, but guiding and mentoring today's NCOs and today's young officer corps and to tomorrow's field grade officers and senior NCOs. And I promise you that was an opportunity, and I just didn't want to let you know that I didn't take that responsibility lightly. So, gentlemen, thank you. So I'm not sure if we're Facebook Live at the moment, but regardless, I want to give a big shout out to a very special person. And hopefully he's watching out and watching today. But that's the man I owe everything that I am today to, and that's my dad, Carl Edward Mullen. He had every intention of actually trying to be here for the ceremony, but he's been battling some health issues of late. We got the call on Monday that he would be able to make the trip, unfortunately. 71 years young, and still tough with his shoe leather. Dad was an exceptional baseball player coming up through the ranks. Had attended Ohio University in Athens and was drafted in Vietnam action and served as a supply troop in the U.S. Army during the Tet Offensive. I remember a lot of his old stories growing up, and certainly served as motivation to enlist for sure. Now that process happened a lot sooner than I may have wanted that to happen at the time. I started talking to the recruiter at age 16, name on the dotted line at 17, I was out the door by 18. I'm sure he had nothing to do with that, right? But so supportive, and I owe everything I am to him today. I remember kind of getting ready for basic, right? And he was kind of pushing me to run those wind sprints, and hey, here's the information the recruiter provided you. We need to have that memorized. So motivating. Being ready was not an option. It was non-negotiable, as he would say. So let's go time, son. Can't thank him enough for all the motivation and support that never wavered during this entire 21-year trip. So, Dad, I love you, brother. Big time fired up that my sister, Maureen Matthews, could join us today. She flew in from Columbus on Wednesday, and she's going to be here all the way through the weekend. Bottom line up front, love statement, right? Serving today's military would have been pretty rough without Aunt Rue, as she is affectionately known. Charisma in a bottle, always taking care of business back home, being a conduit of information to and fro, keeping relationships intact, family, friends, all while being a fantastic mother and a spouse in her own right. Thank you, Miranda, for your support, and I look forward to letting some of that load. I know Mom would be extremely proud. Love you, sister. I would also like to acknowledge my other sister, a sister from another mister, Miss Lisa Fletcher. She's over here. Who, despite all of her support, still harbors major resentment for that 2009 PCS from her Cannon, as she had just moved that same year from San Diego to Pensacola to reunite with her baby sister. I believe the man you need to talk to about that isn't necessarily me. I believe she met our retired Ray Rikers in the house.
Thank you.
He may have had some influence on that PCS as a function all the time. I just, a little side note, ran the chief of the commissary like a couple hours ago, so I sort of appreciate being here.
No problem.
And we're over that by now. We're good, right? So special thanks to Lisa. She opened her house to my wife and son during my short tour in Korea. After many discussions, it's pretty evident there's some major similarities between Lisa and I and how we operate and how we work, which is a roundabout way of pretty much saying that we overload on coffee and ramble incoherently between the hours of 5 and 7 in the morning, get ready for work. So, my man Van Acker back there knows what I'm talking about. We love you, Lisa. Thanks for being there for me and your baby sister today and every day. Another shout out on video, this time to my childhood best friend and still best friend to this day, JR Wilson. I miss you, buddy. Thanks for everything you ever did for me and my family in my absence. And you're a great man, and please send my love to your wonderful parents, wife, and 2 children. We love JR. And also so happy to have my in-laws in the house, Ed and Judy Billings. They got on the horn with the travel agent last second, and they were able to get everything squared away. They came in all the way from Pensacola, Florida, to be here today. So, Ed and Judy are such godly and wonderful people. They both heavily involved with Sunday school ministry for both children and adults. They've championed such causes in Santa Rosa and Escambia counties, such as veterans outreach, combating homelessness, just truly wonderful people. Mr. Billings, exceptional athlete in his own right, back in the day, right? Former 800 meters sprint champion, state of Mississippi. Served admirably in the U.S. Navy as an enlisted man and transitioned almost seamlessly into a civil service career out at the NADEP, right? Naval Aviation Depot. Yeah. How do we know this? Because every time we go over to the house, he's pulling out those Navy yearbooks. Every time. Every single time we come over to the house. It's good stuff. He's proud of his service, and we're proud of him. He was named Sailor of the Year at one point at Naval Air Station Norfolk and worked his way to an assignment preference, which opened the door to a PCS at Pensacola. Sir, my son and I would really like to say thank you for picking Pensacola. I don't think I would have met your baby daughter in Norfolk. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't happen. So who said annual awards were not important, right? Speaking of your baby daughter, hey sweetie, how you doing? You doing right? So my lovely wife Heather and I first met on my first run here at Riverfield 13 years ago. And it didn't take long for her to get introduced to this crazy life here. And so I can see what that's all about. So I proposed on Christmas Eve 2006, and it wasn't long before the first kind of tasking came down. I think we'd been getting engaged maybe, I don't know, about 37 minutes into our engagement when something came down the pipe, right? So, joking, obviously, maybe about 2 weeks in. It wasn't long at all before tasking order came down. We needed the 3-man tactical comm team to back up and head down range. And I called Heather ASAP. I was like, "Hon, I need you to go to Walmart and get a few things." So, and then I need you to come by the work center and drop them off. So obviously some questions set in from there. I'm like, what's going on? Well, looks like we got to ask where we're heading now. Okay, well, where are you going? I don't know. I have no clue. How long are you going to be gone? I couldn't tell you that either. So what time are you going to be home tonight so we can just discuss this? Well, that's the thing, babe. I'm not coming home tonight. I'm heading out today. So, welcome to your introduction to the Air Force Special Operations Command, Ms. Heather. No CBT required, right? I was gone about a month and a half on the SDM medium's debut deployment for AFSOC, supporting an AC-130 gunship mission in the Horn of Africa. And when I came back to Herbert Field, home there, I embraced my fiance on the flight line of this very base, a little bit lighter and a lot more covered with mosquitoes. We're talking all over my body from all the hot sun and all the exposure there in the Horn of Africa. Pretty ridiculous, actually. Had the toe covered, and it wasn't a great look for my future wife, but she didn't complain. She ribbed me a little bit, but that was that. And for sickness and health, right, baby? So very soon after we were married, and fast forward a couple years, we welcomed our only son, Wade, to the world. He was born just right down the road at Egland. And it was a few weeks later that the Air Force decided we didn't have enough on our plate at the time, so let's get the Mullens ready for their first PSCS as a family. Beautiful, exotic, close to Mexico. Heather's first time ever leaving home maybe wasn't what we desired, but looking back, it was evident that it was all God, a part of God's plan. It really was. Heather dug in, made the absolute best of the situation, and ended up really impacting some lives out there. Heather mentored young airmen, yes, not just spouses, young airmen that were going through hard times, in particular a young female airman that felt more at ease with my wife, Heather, than perhaps maybe her own leadership or chain of command. So, special, no doubt. Heather is more than MVP of the Mullen Billings enterprise. I can promise you that. She's the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback, and then all rolled into one dynamic package. She's special. And I can promise you the entire front row and myself, we'd be stuck in the mud, up creek without paddle, you name it, without her unparalleled selflessness, southern charm, warm heart. She's amazing, and she's our everything, and definitely my everything. Thank you, sweetie. I love you, Pumpkin. So at this time, I would ask Sergeant Suarez to assist me. I'd like to present my lovely wife and all the other special ladies in my life with some flowers here. We appreciate it. So, we can't forget him on the son. Wade dog, what's up, buddy? Just 10 years old, but he's blossoming into a fine young man. Maybe a little on the shy side, but you wouldn't know it from his YouTube channel, where he provides some acoustic guitar solos out there and talking about his favorite video games. He's also an aspiring engineer. Oh yeah, there he is, a child. So he's an aspiring engineer, believe it. Actually, check that. Disney Imagineer, there is a difference apparently. And considers him being a little bit of a tech whiz himself, right, buddy? So it's certainly nice having somebody in the house who knows a little bit about IT, so thank you, buddy. Wade, I want to let you know how proud of you I am. And thanks for all your patience over all those times. We had that unpack and start over, buddy. I love you so much. And I do have a gift for you. I saw you earlier kind of peeking on the table, got flowers, got certificates. He's kind of eyeballing over here. I didn't have a gift on the table, actually. It's been in my pocket the entire time. You're like, what are you talking about, Dad? So I kind of want to take this off the stage real quick and have a father-son moment if you guys were able to have a few moments with me. This is a big thing. You want to come up here, buddy, real quick? I know we'll make it quick. So in the military, we have like what we'll call a time-honored tradition. It's called coining, or providing a coin. You've probably heard of that before. You might have seen some of my coins on my coin rack at one time. No? Okay. It's all good. We're going to do it live. So you do remember I work with the drone program. We talked about the drones for a while. Yes, okay, awesome. So I want to present you with a coin today, buddy. And the individual that presented this coin to me, he's a pretty big deal in this community. We're talking about Brigadier General, at the time, Brigadier General Marshall B. Webb, who had just relinquished command of AFSOC maybe earlier this summer, right? So he's the former AFSOC commander. At the time we had met, he was the JSOC commander. We were downrange. And for a lot of the folks in the room, this was just literally weeks before General Webb, if you recall, was part of that iconic photo in the Situation Room in the preparation for the Osama bin Laden Pakistan raid. Just weeks prior to him going to the Pentagon and working with the SOF forces on the ground and live with Obama and Clinton and Biden and company. That guy was, like I said, he was the one in full service dress typing away in that iconic photo. And I met him a few weeks prior, and he had thanked me for the work I'd done with the drones program. And I said that was the one coin that I wanted to keep, not necessarily have that in the shadow box. That was the one that I wanted to pass along And buddy, I want you to keep this, and hopefully someday you can present it to your son and say, your grandfather, gave it, we can keep it in the family. If you don't keep it, you're ready. Sorry.
All right. All right. One, two, all right, that's right. All right, 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
So one of my all-time favorite quotes is quick and to the point. It's simply, win with leaders. I've been blessed to have been shaped and molded by some of the very best that we have in this profession of arms. I want to have a special shout out to my supervisor. I'm not sure if he could be here today. He picked me up from the terminal for my very first deployment as an Airman First Class back on June 4th, 2001. And he was a tremendous role model for myself and many other airmen during a very chaotic time on the heels of the events of 9/11 with the first combat comm squadron. And that man was Staff Sergeant Robert Wickheiser, who many in the room now know. Senior Master Robert Wickheiser, he's the A6 Superintendent here on the staff. Tremendous man, tremendous supervisor, and we go back almost 20 years now. So Bob always thanks for always being there for me, brother. And I'm glad we reconnected here on the staff. You and Steph are your special people. So go get that chief stripe, brother, wherever you're at right now. And I also want to give a shout out to another amazing supervisor. He's currently on base working on nights with USAF. I'm not sure if he could be here today or not, but Senior Master retired John Parker, JP. He was a man's man, and he really went to battle for his airmen. And he always struck that right balance of discipline and praise. He's a special guy. I know we had many animal conversations over the years, so not all of them went well, but he was a good man. Thanks, brother, for being that example I needed. So I'll rattle off a list here of some great leaders who played a big role in my development as a leader. I know a lot of these names will be familiar. So we're talking Ira Dubé here, Joseph Wheeler, Mike Wolf, Ron Jaspolsky, aka Ski Dog, Troy the Impaler Edsel, Mark Sanbenedetto, Marlon Maley, Len Mad Dog Maddox, Vic Claudio, Mario Rocha, Al Reyna, Rob Diaz, Rob Hogan, Tim Pettigrew, Marcus Burzell, Dave Halverson, aka Chief H, Stacy Glatt, Jason Munn, Brian Hazelton, Mike Michelle Addy, Chris Laviolette, Jamie Hartley, Matthew Siegel, thank you, sir, for attending, James Baird, Brian Wilson, Jesse White, Jeremy Nickel, Joey Glover, Ebony Haney, Paul Burnett, Raul Rafi, Joe Wilcox, James Ferguson, sir, welcome home, great to see you yesterday, and of course, Captain Mike Ridgenahar. Those men, those women are the reason I stand here today. Thank you. I also want to pay tribute to all my Air Force brothers and sisters that I traveled up and down the road with, who I supervised, worked alongside, or were stationed together, most of whom are still out there fighting the good fight. I know I can't get to everybody by name, but I did put a list together here. Nick Falliker, Michael Haywood, Francisco Fernandez Parejo, aka FP, aka Cisco, Lucas Corns, Will Littledale, David Deere, Jason St. Clair, aka Saint, Matt Ruff, Cordy Weir, Stephen Bird, Ryan Kegabine, aka Keg, Dan the Man Ashby, John Fedorkowitz, aka Fed, Rob Chrisman, Troy Littlejohn, the Copenhaver family, Brandon Michelle and Shane, Jerry Lopez, Joseph Ramirez, Ed Marvin, Kevin Rankins, Adam Carter, Brian Hunter, Andy Russell, Amy Russo, Matt Winkler, Scuba Steve, and Shannon Pacheco, JT and Nicole Tatro, Nick Gardner, Christy and Stephen Friley, Bridget and James Neighbor, Roberto Giannis, Nick Banks, Tony Flores, Brad Sepulveda, Joe Castillo, Rich Calora, Anthony Seegers, Bettina Hunt, Corbin Callison, Donald Action Jackson, Aaron Estrada, Hank Hale, Jeffrey Smith, David Couch, Keith Curlis, Shannon Metcalf, Marcus Jawbone Jordan, and all my brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm so sorry if I missed anyone, but I love you all. To the men and women of the AFSOC and CCC Ops team, I really do miss all you every day, and I was proud to be your leader. I hope you were able to take some of my tips of the trade and file them away in your toolkit as you strive to become the type of leader and the performer that you want to be. So Tarek, Pat, Kristen, Van, Brandon, Reese, Stephanie, Brian, I wish you all continued success. And I'm always available if you need anything. So in closing, again, I just want to say that I really did give it my all so to be the best teammate and airman that I could be. And I will greatly miss wearing this uniform and standing alongside those brave men and women that will continue to wear it. So after the ceremony, we're going to have some cake and drinks over here in the kitchen area for those that are able to stick around. And I love to take some pictures, tell some stories, and heck, I might even autograph your program for a small fee, right? So again, you guys are all a blessing. Everybody in this room, may God continue to bless you, and for those who are fighting to get fighting, I really do appreciate it. God bless everyone in this room, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Please be seated.